Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
72 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb. 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the 2nd time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
They'll try to run with Dobbins.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
J.K. Dobbins with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Ravens are on the board here in the final minute of the first half.
Tucker with the extra point, and that trims the lead down to 9. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Mayfield on first down. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. First down, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 2020.
Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted.
Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
Wow, a big mistake there. Late interception in this first half, and that could lead to a field goal try the other way.
Yeah, I think at this point you just had to say, let's take a knee going into the half and regroup. Let's just talk it over a little bit. I wonder, partner, was the analytics coach in his head a little bit? Maybe go ahead and press in, try and get some points? While the old school coach probably would have said, take the knee, let's get out of here.
Now we could see points the other way here.
So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Mayfield now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now, because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And that's incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 21.
And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line.
They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. We'll get that to the rookie from Minnesota, Rashad Bateman.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Jackson to Bateman there, 1st down Ravens.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Jackson now. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jackson, and that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Tucker's kick is good. And with that last field goal, that puts him now at 300 made on his career, and that is something to celebrate.
And that puts him in the top 30 all time. So he's really made a mark, and he's got plenty of life left in that leg, that's for sure.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
Picked off near the 34. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Tucker now to add the point after. And the lead is down to 2. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Now a handoff looking right. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. It got his man complete. Touchdown, Browns. And now Beckham with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And it's no good. It has not been his day. That's the 2nd extra point he's missed so far. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Duvernay going to sit on this in the end zone, so it'll come out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
From the gun on third down, Jackson.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Jackson's throw is on target to Duvernay.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson flush to his right.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Myles Garrett. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
They get 15, but they still need it a little bit more. 4th down.
They're going for it with Dobbins.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Raven passing game getting in sync. Another first down. Jackson from the shotgun. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. 87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts. Easier to move the ball on offense without timeouts than to stop them on defense without using them.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll wind up getting about 6 out of that, as that's going to lead us to the 2-minute warning. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Here's Jamie Gillen now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is fielded at the 27. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it a second down. Now Jackson. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Browns hands team, and that should just about write a finish to this one. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Browns in victory formation now as they take the knee. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right?